Howdy friends, we're getting ready to work on block 24, Friendship Star Variation. In this block we have C8, C6, and our background fabric. And you can probably tell by looking, we're going to be making a strip set, 4 times half square triangles, and then this is our center square. And let me bring you up so you can see the board and what we've done so far. We are 1 block away, not counting the one we're working on, 1 block away from a quarter of a way through our 100 blocks. So we're moving along pretty fast. Of course, we've got some more difficult ones coming up that we won't go quite as fast. So enjoy the process and learn as we go. I'll bring you back down and let's get started. Okay, we will start with our strip set. And it says to press all seams open on this one, so and then right sides together, and this is the 4 at a time method. And so we're going to go around the outside edge and then cut it on both diagonals. Now you can do this with your rotary cutter and ruler if you want, or with your scissors if you've got a good pair of scissors. This is probably the best scissors I've ever had. I won these in a contest. They're German. I can't see the little letters, but maybe you can see it. There we go. Anyway, just as easy for me to use my scissors as it is to get out the rotary cutter and the ruler, so that's what I do. And we're going to be pressing these open. If you press to one side first, flip it over, and then it opens up easier that way. Well, my camera cut out before I finished with the last segment. I was in the middle of pressing everything when it cut out, so I've cut my pieces. The strip was cut into 8 pieces, and the half square triangles have been trimmed. So now we're ready to set up our block. So we start with our center square and follow the picture on the pattern, and we're making a friendship star variation. So and if you're like me and you're challenged, then sometimes you have to look several times. Okay, that's the friendship star. Now we're going to make our little 4-patch units, and it wants the color in the corner of each I don't have very good contrast here. And I had one extra piece. So, we're ready to sew them together. I'm going to go ahead and stop this segment and start a new one. Okay, we're going to start by putting together our 4-patch units. Now, if you feel like you need to pin, go ahead and do so. I'm going to try it without pinning this time. our 4 patches are going to go top and bottom here, so I'm going to sew these together next. This is what our 4 patch units look like. Go back and forth a little bit like this to make sure that the seams are separated and flat as possible. Nothing's on the bias, so we're fine there. And that's what our 4 patches look like. And if you remember right, we were pointed with our color in. So now we're going to put these together. This is off a bit. I'm going to take it apart and readjust, because that if I leave it like this, I won't have very much left in the seam allowance and it might ravel out. So I'm going to pause and fix this real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to put this column to this column. we go. I'll trim it up and get it on the board. Friendship Star Variation. The variation is the 4 patches in the corner. Well, that's it for today. So I'm going to say, be blessed, less stressed, and pet some fabric today. See you later.